Hello YouTube, welcome to my shop. First of all, I'd like to apologize. I haven't really been doing a lot of videos. I know I've got a lot of new subscribers recently, and I haven't really posted anything in several weeks. I'd like to try to do at least a video a week, but current circumstances just has me busy with other things. I haven't had a whole lot of time in the shop. I have had a little bit of time working on an actual paid job. Guy's making basically an industrial automated machine, and he had a few parts that he needed made. He had some casters that he needed a groove on, and he's got some augers that I'm machining adapters for that kind of grew up here. I'll have some videos on that a little bit later. The casters isn't a big deal. It was kind of a nasty job turning rubber on the lathe, and kind of made a gross mess. Got it all cleaned up. Otherwise, I've got some new tools, some big tools. I'd like to move on to let you see that. Everybody seems to be getting new tools these days. I've got Mr. Pete up here getting his new mill. You got Steve Summers up here getting his new mill. As you know, I've had a small 1875 Logan. It's a 10-inch that I've been doing a lot of videos on. I've been not getting rid of it. Love that lathe. It was my first. You can never forget that. But of course, you can't just have one. You gotta have at least two, right? I think that's how it works. Picked up this larger lathe. It's a Kao Ming 1500. It's marked as a 14-inch swing, but it's actually something closer to 16. Currently, it's got a 10-inch three-jut chuck. I don't have anything other than that or chucks. Got a little bit of tooling. I think 4 regular holders. There's a cutoff holder here and a boring bar and a few other little things that come with it. It was running when I picked it up. I don't have 3-phase power in the shop, so I ordered a 10 horsepower variable frequency drive. It's the same, it's a Chinese name brand. I forget the name of it now, but a lot of the ones have that name on it. And it's been running my Bridgeport really well. It seems to work well. So I picked up another one very similar to that. It's just a 10 horse. So that one was a 2 horse. Run the 2 horse motor on the Bridgeport. This is it's either a 6.5 or a 7.5 horse motor. I went ahead and just got a much larger one, the 10 horse. It was only like $20 to $40 more than a 7.5. So I got that extra headroom. Hopefully it won't put too much extra load on the cheaper VFD. But that won't be coming for a couple of weeks, and I'll have to get it all wired in, and I'll have to run wiring. All of my 220 actually comes in on the wall, kind of behind where the camera is. So I'm going to be running new lines up through the attic. I'll probably have drops that come down on this wall here, and I can actually clean up some of this here. I've got a wire that runs all the way around the ceiling over to a 220 outlet. So I can clean all that stuff up. Bridgeport will be a better install. Lathe will have a nice install here. And that's it. I got a lot of work, and I get to join the club of the new tools. I had to one up them. I got 2 new tools in the same day. I win YouTube.
Yeah, probably about a half an inch or so before we start dragging.
Hitting all those front feet. There it is on the trailer. Well, now as an addition to the Bridgeport and the Logan, I've now got a closing. It's a 1500. It's in pretty good shape. It was actually basically in use for mild things. The guy I bought it from actually left his last stock in there. I got it, didn't get a whole lot of tooling, but I did get some. It's all CXA size bits, and this is actually a boring bar that's a BXA that he gave me. Doesn't fit my Logan and doesn't fit this. I may try cutting these out. It's only slightly wider here, but so I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to use that or not. Got a live center. Got a drill chuck. I think setting up for the variable frequency drive should be relatively simple. There's nothing plugged in, so I'm not too worried about it. It looks like I've got the main power coming in and then power coming up, probably forward and reverse circuits. And there's really not any other drive circuitry. So I think I can just find out where the wires that run to the motor, pull those out, find out which wires run to the switches, and then I can wire the switches into the VFD. There's a forward, reverse, and emergency stop. I can wire those to the VFD, and I can then just wire the motor directly to the VFD, and I think it should be a relatively simple setup. I don't know yet, and like I said, I won't be getting that for about 2 weeks. So there'll be videos on me setting that up as well once it all shows up, once it's all here. The same guy that brought my Bridgeport in, I called him up, told him I had this, and he helped me get it moved in place. And he's got all the equipment, all the skates and everything, and picked it up, brought it in. As a side note, along with this guy, I was able to pick up this little Kao Ming tool grinder. I got it super cheap, but it didn't have any tooling with it, you know, other than this little holder here. And looks like it's missing. It actually has another bit to it. I may have left it. I'll have to call him up and go pick that up. But you know, for grinding like lathe bits and stuff, I just had a little holder for it. It's interesting. I don't know what happened to that. Read it there. But everything on it moves freely. It's got, I think it was locked here, but last night, Adam, the machine mover, he actually stopped by. He dropped off this bar here, which is what runs the table. and this holder here for holding tools to grind. And this guy here, that's a flute follower. I'm not sure how he mounts. Really, most all of this I have little to no idea. The only reason I even got this tool grinder was because it was available for very cheap. So I haven't actually done a lot of research into it. I've done very little cleanup, pulled the table all the way off, checked out the ways, they look very clean, oiled all the oilers, put a little coating on all the ways. Everything seems to move nice. There's a coarse adjustment on the table that you just loosen bolts and you can move the table. And then there's a wheeled adjustment. It's not the smoothest, but I think it can be adjusted. And then the table movement here is nice and smooth. And then as far as tooling, you know, I've got, it came with these two centers. And then I can replace this center with this guy for cutting high-speed steel for the lathe. And then the index, this guy here. Again, you're not sure how to use this thing even, but once it's on there, you know, I know it can index off a flute somehow. It doesn't seem to, it seems like it should attach to something else, which I don't know if this is an attachment point. Maybe it's supposed to attach there. That way when the table moves, the flute, I don't know, again, I don't really know how all this stuff works. That will be a learning project that I'll be putting together, probably at least enough to grind lathe tools, if not, you know, fully sharpen end mills, that kind of stuff. For now, I'm going to be working mostly on the lathe though. Just getting this guy into place. I might get him under power. That's the tool. It's nice. It does have, you know, full coolant pump and everything under here. So some trays for storage and whatnot. So I'll see what I can do with that. Should be fun. So to run the tool grinder, I picked up this rotary phase converter. It'll run up to 4 1.5 horse motors. So at least I have you know, 3-phase power for the smaller equipment as I need it. All right, so right now the shop's in quite the state of flux because I'm not sure where everything is going to go. I still got to figure out where my bandsaw is going to go, where I'm going to store the welder when it's not in use. I kind of have an idea where the grinder is going to go, but it'll go back in that far corner, basically as far away from all the machining equipment as I can get. You know, all the grinding stuff will be in that corner. All of my woodworking and plastic working and stuff will be in this corner. And you know, as I can walk over into this area here and turn around, the machine shop area will be over here. And then, of course, this is sort of my stock storage and whatnot. So that's the new tools that I've got. That all kind of fell into place over the last week. And everything just kind of came together and showed up. Got everything moved in. And now my next videos I should have, you know, probably do at least placement and powering up of the tool grinder. I should have some wiring, variable frequency drive to the lathe. Hopefully that should be showing up tomorrow. I'll also do a video on leveling the lathe. It's got, I've got a decent machinist level now that's fairly accurate. So I'm going to run that, I'll do that. That'll probably be the next video that I post later this week on just leveling that big closing. it's good to see everybody again. I hope to be back to at least weekly videos now. All right? Till the next time, remember, I made that.